song పాడుతున్నా.
That's great. చెల్లెమ్మా వాడుతుందా?
పాడుతున్నా గొన్ స్వర్ణ పుష్పిక రెడ్డి.
అవునా ఆమెనేనా?
Hey, one second, like what under what name is it streaming on YouTube? What is the name?
I'm trying to find that, from
is it KITS90 something like that, or PVNR?
Just a second, sir. I will give the link in.
Okay, wonderful. All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Just 1 second, sir. I will give the link.
Okay. Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Oh, we found it. Nikhil found it.
Yeah, got it. I think it's there.
I think the copy. Manoj.
Yeah, we found it. We found it, guys.
Yeah.
Raghu.
Yeah.
This is Santosh Rare. Malay, how did you get the link to all the other guys who are not joining the audio or video? Facebook post lo posted them, link?
Yes. It's on the Zoom. The Zoom link details we have provided everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, just now I shared in
it's
Zoom
on
chat.
Copy. Okay, thanks.
And I am giving one hashtag also, same SVC90. So anybody from TV, they can open the YouTube and they can search with that hashtag.
Hi, Raghu. Hi, Raghu. Can you hear us? Anu is here.
Yes, I can hear you.
Anu is saying hi to you.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Anu.
How are you?
Good.
Okay, good.
Sorry, Emma.
So the link, we can forward the link to all the groups, right, Niranjan?
Yes, we can forward. I am also forwarding my local groups.
Okay.
And I provided the 3 hashtags: KITS90, KITS90, KITS90 PVN, and KITS90 PVN RAW. So we can search this hashtag in YouTube.
Okay, perfect. Manoj, whichever group you can forward, can you forward as well? I think I know that you have forwarded.
I already did. Yeah, I posted on the 3 groups: PVNR, Centinary event, KITS90 USA, and KITS90 alumni planning.
Sure. Pratap, can you forward to the other groups as well? I know you're in quite a few other groups too. Yeah, make sure. And also, could you put it on the Facebook group or live group? Or I can also try to.
KITS90, is it?
KITS90 group. Can you put it there?
Facebook? Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Hey, Samrat.
Namaskar, Samrat bhai, kaise ho?
Maybe iska घर ही आया था अभी, from another room. और उसका देखो अभी सेटअप.
All right, posted.
Perfect, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, there's our project manager, Mr. Ramna Reddy.
Yes. చూస్తున్నా just ఎలా వస్తుందని.
Raghu, for him, God would not have given permission yet. Yeah, you'll have to wait till God comes in.
Yeah, wait.
Unless the Seattle God gives him the permission, he will not join.
Looks like God is here. SVN.
Hello, Manoj.
I can't hear you, Raghu. You're on mute.
Manoj, office room, Ali.
Yes, sir.
Sir, Seattle Devadki namaste. SVN.
Hello, Kanchan.
సార్ దేవుడిని పొద్దున్నే లేపారు, అది కూడా శనివారం పొద్దున్నే.
So we got another 5 more minutes to start the show.
You want to check with call the names out and make sure that the participants can speak.
Yeah, we got another 5.
Can you say something?
Yeah,
Raghu, easy, Raghu. Raghu, easy. People will join. Just give them some time.
Yeah, 5 more minutes. Yeah, no worries.
I can hear Pratap. I can hear Raghu. Samrat, say something.
Hello.
Okay, now I unmuted myself.
Yeah.
Hello, my username తో ఉన్న వాళ్ళది కొంచెం బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ గ్లేరీ వస్తుంది బాగా చూడండి ఒకసారి.
That is Kanchan. Kanchan, you are moving a lot, man. This is
moving a lot, and backside glare also there.
Right.
For some time I stopped my video.
That's cool. SVN, you say something, please.
Can you hear me? Is it okay?
Yes, good. Okay. Prakash Chivukula, can you say something?
Hello.
Hi, good job, man. Good job. Rahul, how about yourself?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Perfect.
Chinmay and Hiranmay. Present. All right. Nagasai Venkat Lakshmi.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, good morning. Good evening. Good evening. Something, please?
Good night.
Janardhan, can you say something, please? Speak.
Mute Leonard. He's mute.
Hi, Manoj.
Hello. Good. Yeah, we can hear you.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Good evening. Yeah. Krish Chivukula.
Hello.
Hi. Good job, buddy. Ramesh Kalwala, can you say something?
Hi, Manoj. Hi.
Hi, Ashish. How are you, man?
Yeah, after a long time, yes.
I know, right? Nasir Ali Khan. We can't hear you. You're on mute. Just make sure that you're not on mute.
Who, me?
Hi, how are you?
Good. I could hear you, Ramesh. You can go back on mute. Yeah. Naga Pushpika, ready. Say something, please.
Did anyone call me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine. Wonderful. Mayank, say something, buddy.
Good evening.
Good evening. All right. I think so far there were about 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 15 participants on video and 9 are not on video. At least that's what it says, non-video participants. Ramna Reddy, I know you're not on video, probably you're coming on. Madhu, say something, man.
Hello. Can you hear Rahul?
Yes, I could hear him, yes. Somebody just got on. Ramna Reddy, I think, got on, but he went off again. Madhu, can you say something?
I'm there. Hello.
All right, good job. All right, Ramna is on. Like seems like he's on a bike. Shashank, say something, buddy. Say something, Shashank. Good evening. Okay. Santosh Bhai, say something.
Hey, Manoj.
Hello. All right, good. Whoever is not on video, I don't, if you are performing, I would recommend getting on the video and then say something, please. That way we can test it and ready to go in a minute. Anyone? The rest is okay. Swarna Pushpika, can you unmute your phone and say something?
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, good evening. All right, good, good. All right, so far so good. Whoever is on video is able to speak and we are able to hear them. So performance, I think, is going to be good.
Let's give it a few more minutes. Mangal is going to join and he'll start the show. I believe most of the folks are here anyway.
Hi, I just changed my mic settings. Can you hear me now? Is it good?
Sure, perfect.
Okay.
Very well.
Hey, Vivek. Good evening, man. Can you say something? Say hello.
Hey, man. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Okay, so your mic is working. Wonderful.
Yeah. और कौन है महान लोग?
Yeah, quite a lot of
Mahan people. Sudhakar bhai, say something. Say hello. I can't hear you, Sudhakar. We are doing a video and a mic testing, so if you don't mind saying hello or something. Sudhakar fell down, looks like.
So looks like I think we got Mangal is joining us. Yeah, our host is here. Mangal, I'm making you co-host as well. Where is this guy?
Samarth, can you say something? You're on video, but we cannot hear you. Can you say something, please?
Madhu?
That's not Samarth, that is Pavan.
Pavan,
okay. Pavan, say something. Oh, the name says Samarth, so I'm calling.
Hey, hi.
I can't recognize half of the people, man.
So,
everybody's grown up so much.
Madhu is here?
Madhu is here.
Madhu is here.
Hey, Madhu.
Yeah.
So, our guest in.
Get me a tissue.
So Mangal, can I mute everybody now and unmute you? Shail and Nazir are also there.
So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you all to Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao Birth Centenary Commemoration event. At the outset, we wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Before we move ahead, I request you all to stand up for the national anthem.
Hey guys.
Nagapushpika may unmute herself.
Yes, I have unmuted.
Yeah.
जय गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाता। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय 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 हे। जय हिंद।
जय हिंद। Jai Hind and Vande Mataram. I hope everybody is settled in. We, the families of 1990 batch alumni of Kavi Kulguru Institute of Technology and Sciences, in short, KITS Ramtek, gathered here along with our families to dedicate this auspicious day to Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao ji, a freedom fighter, avid writer, a polyglot, an ace political master strategist, and a visionary leader. Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao ji's multifaceted personality has kept and keeps inspiring the generations to come. Today, we have with us Janab Nawab Mir Ali Nasir Ali Khan Sahab and Shri Shailendra Pakala ji as chief guests to grace this august gathering. Please welcome sirs. Janab Nawab Mir Nasir Ali Khan Sahib belongs to the royal lineage. He has been appointed as Honorary Consul General at the Consulate of Kazakhstan in Hyderabad. Nawab Mir Nasir Ali Khan Sahab is also promoter of MAC Projects, which is one of the biggest and promising infrastructure development companies in India. Welcome, sir. Shri Shailendra Pakalaji is an entrepreneur and heading many major businesses ranging from construction, software development, automobiles, education, and human resource consulting. Shri Shailendra Pakalaji has a revered figure among entrepreneur and political circles. Please put your hands together for both Janab Mir Nasir Ali Khan Sahab and Shailendra Pakalaji. I may now request Janab Nawab Mir Ali Nasir Ali Khan Sahab to address this gathering. Please, sir.
Hello, friends. I think good evening to friends in India and good morning to friends in the United States and different countries. I'd like to thank Shailendra Pakala and also all of you for inviting me for this Zoom meeting. And it's one of my favorite subjects. Our beloved Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao is one of my favorite prime ministers for a lot of reasons. One important reason is belongs to my state. So I had the opportunity of meeting him when he was alive. I knew his family well, and he was born in Warangal, studied in Karimnagar, and he was also the Chief Minister of United Andhra Pradesh. And he was a visionary leader. He was a freedom fighter, and he took over as the Prime Minister in very difficult times. And India was going through bad time, and he was a very decisive prime minister, I can say. He appointed the best team. He had one of the best teams. He just not choose people from Congress, but he also choose people from other parties. Subramaniam Swamy, a personal friend of mine, was also appointed as a cabinet rank minister. It was a very rare thing for a party to appoint somebody. Prime Vajpayee ji was sent to UN on various occasions. So he was a very large-hearted man, and he also appointed a non-politician as the finance minister, which was very rare in those days. Manmohan Singh was appointed as the finance minister, and they did a wonderful job. I think if not for them, India wouldn't have been today. Unfortunately, due credit. Are all able to listen to me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear
you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And unfortunately, due credit was not given to P.V. Narasimha Rao ji, and thanks to our government now, TRS, they are celebrating a centenary in 51 or I think 55 countries, and it's going to be for 1 year. That's a good tribute to a great leader like P.V. Narasimha Rao. And I personally involved in some of the things. My pleasure and honor to be a part of such a program. And he was also the father of nuclear test in India. Unfortunately, the test couldn't happen because of the election in 1996 and had to be postponed, and was done by the Vajpayee government. But factually, in Kalam's statement, you can it's available in some of his books, that it was P.V. Narasimha Rao who to prepare for the nuclear test, and he was ready to do it, but unfortunately, because of election and because he knew he was not very sure of. Otherwise, if for anybody else, they would have gone. But he said, "Hold it till the elections are over." And I think there's a lot of first things which he has done. Shifting from industrial to mixed economy, opening up for foreign investment from 50 to 51%, and foreign direct investment. And I think they worked off with a wonderful team. And today, what India is, India is, doing extremely well in terms of, development. There is a little setback because of this COVID-19, which is global, which is not specific to India. But India, believe me, after this is going to bounce back. India is going to do extremely well. Now we have a different thinking, that we want to be self-sufficient, self-reliant, and produce most of the things globally. We want to depend less on China, cut down the imports. It's come as a blessing, actually, to be honest. We were, just because Chinese products were cheaper, just because it was easier to procure, we were not over dependent, buying a lot of intermediaries from China, which I think is not a good idea for a country like India, because India is one country which can produce, has the best of manpower, best of people. So we are capable of producing anything and everything. So I think it's right time that we focus on producing everything locally. And this year, I think 2020 has been a tough year for the world, and it's a tough year for India also. But luckily, India is very good in pharmaceutical, and fortunately, Telangana and Hyderabad is the bulk drug capital of Asia. So we have a lot of pharmaceuticals in India, and they're one of the companies in India is on final trials for a COVID vaccine. And we're all praying, if they're approved, then we will be one of the first manufacturers and suppliers of vaccine in the world. So I think we are in the right place at the right time. And coming back to our great leader, P.V. Narasimha Rao ji, I think all of us should get together and try and do our best to celebrate this centenary. Also, we should work on bringing his what is been due respect, and which was not given to him. So thank you so much, and I would like to listen to all of you and see what are your plans and how we can work towards a common goal of celebrating the centenary, which is the topic of the day. And I personally want to thank Charlie for inviting Pakala for inviting me for this interesting session. I'd like to listen to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your wonderful and inspiring speech, sir. It's really motivating, and nothing can start better this event. Now I request Sri Shailendra Pakalaji to address the gathering, please.
Yeah, I think good morning for you all in the US, and good evening for you, Nasir Bhai. I don't know how many are in India and US. It's good to see that not only, elders are participating in it, but also the kids and the next generation. So we can pass on what we think about Narasimha Rao Garu to the newer generation. And it's also good that they are interested right now with the gadgets and all. So, thanks for introducing me so good, Sridhar Garu. I don't deserve that, but it's good. Thank you. And Nasir Bhai, immediately accepted my invitation and joining this call. I'm truly thankful to you. And Madhu, I don't know, I can't see you, but probably you're on the page 2 or something. Thanks for inviting me, and to such a good and honorable event. Just to give you guys some heads up, Madhu was my next door neighbor, and I had to I was moving back to India, and he did so much out, he went out of the box and helped me. I stayed with him literally because there were some chemicals that were applied because I was selling my home, and he was so kind to me. And he just came from, I think, from Kansas City, I guess. So I just knew him for a few weeks, but he took care of me and all. So it was so kind of him. I just wanted to tell you all because you're his friend. So yeah, now we'll, just wanted to talk to you things about P.V. Narasimha Rao Garu. I think Nasir Bhai already addressed a lot of these events. I mean, it's a lot of his, accomplishments, and there's so many that, that one can say. But, I would say that, starting with like Kalam, the former president, 11th president of India has said that, he's a patriotic statesman who believed that nation is bigger than the political system. And that's very good description of Narasimha Rao Garu, and him being Telugu and Telangana guy is great for both the Telugu states, not just the Telangana. We had only 2 South Indian prime ministers for all the kids who are listening, and he's the only one, I think, only one, I think, South Indian who finished the 5 years of the term. And his popularity in a recent poll is next only to Vajpayee. Modi is the first, Vajpayee, and third is Indira Gandhi, and then P.V. Narasimha Rao Garu. He's above Rajiv Gandhi, and he's tied with Nehru in the latest poll. I don't know who conducted it, but I can share the info. And then currently, we are seeing so many economic changes and all. We are going through such a prosperity in India. And this is the seed sown by P.V. Narasimha Rao Garu back in 91. So we are really reaping those benefits. I think, we have to remember, and I'm so glad that KCR Garu and Telangana government have decided to go across the party lines and put aside political differences and honor his 100th birthday and the 100th birthday year. I've looked at all around. There were so many advertisements. I know who are in India later, if you have visited, you have seen like all these billboards and all with his name and all. And I was so happy because I always felt he was always underrepresented, underappreciated, and, remember, I guess, less remembered, by many means. So thanks for you all to actually taking this, opportunity. And I know you guys are preparing. Madhu sent me a video and about how you guys prepared and all. So I saw the professionality. That's not very common in a lot of these events. So it's great. Good job, guys, and thank you all again. Thanks, Nasir Bhai.
Thank you, Sri Shailendra Pakalaji. It's really motivating speech, and your presence itself is graceful and gracing this occasion. A big round of applause for both the guests. And let's move ahead. Tonight, I have Master Rahul as my co-host to this program. Now I request Rahul to take over and continue this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It's an absolute honor to be here at this event and to host this event with all of you. And it's a pleasure to see all of you here today, and a happy Independence Day to everyone. And my pranams to all the both chief guests for gracing us at this event. It's a pleasure to have you here. I would like to begin this event with some context. The date was July 7th, 1991. An article was written by Shankar Iyer reporting that 21,000 kilograms of gold was transferred on a plane to the Bank of England through an initiative by the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Rewind to May 21st, 1991. Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi had just been brutally assassinated, leaving a political vacuum and no clear political successor to the Congress government. The country was 10 days away from declaring complete bankruptcy, with almost no foreign exchange reserves and in complete political chaos and instability. We often forget the severity of the Indian predicament when the man Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao Garu was sworn in as the 9th Prime Minister of India, on the 21st of June, 1991. Remember that date, because in the next 5 years, he would go on to completely change the course of the nation of India and bring it out of the era of darkness under which it had so long loomed. P.V. Narasimha Rao was born in Narsampet, a town in Warangal in what is now the state of Telangana. He entered the political ring at a young age, getting elected into the state of Andhra Pradesh and its assembly at the age of 36 as a representative of the Indian National Congress. He then became the chief minister of the state of Andhra Pradesh in 1971, becoming one of only 3 chief ministers who later went on to become Prime Minister of India. He later went on to hold a wondrous spectrum of portfolios in the central cabinet, including Minister of Home Affairs, External Affairs, and the Ministry of Defense. But there was so much more to the man that we often forgot. He spoke 17 languages, was an avid poet, had very little charisma, but still was a political mastermind, had absolutely no economic experience, but somehow still managed to implement some of the most radical economic reforms, not only in India, but in world history. So it cannot be denied that P.V. Narasimha Rao was perhaps one of the most consequential and influential prime ministers in Indian history, perhaps second only to Jawaharlal Nehru himself. He has laid the platform for a massive abundance of prosperity and growth, both in the Indian pocket, but also in the Indian mind. So who was this man? What were his contributions? How did he walk and talk like? And how did he achieve so much in so little time? And how can we offer our gratitude unto him? This is the premise of today's event. And as a commemoration of his centenary, we have today a gathering of the next generation to remind ourselves of the magnitude of this man's actions and to reflect on how he so silently yet boldly changed our lives for the better. He also had a very concrete contribution and a personal contribution to all of our lives. He was instrumental in founding the KITS College in Ramtek, where all of our fathers studied, opening up the path to opportunity and success for many generations to come. So that is a personal thanks to P.V. Narasimha Rao Garu for giving us the lives that we now have today. And as a token of our gratitude, this event will consist of 2 varieties of presentation, artistic and linguistic. Participants will be performing an artistic piece or presenting a 5 to 10 minute speech discussing an aspect of the great man P.V. Narasimha Rao. And in this fashion, we hope to express our gratitude and make P.V. Narasimha Rao's legacy shine bright. So I would like to introduce our first speech, which will be given by Pranav. And the topic will be Economic Revolution by P.V. Narasimha Rao. As our chief guest so prudently pointed out, the greatest contribution that P.V. Narasimha Rao had was completely changing the economic landscape of India, not only then, but even till now. And Pranav, I invite you to speak on this topic and elaborate further. Thank you.
Hello there, I'm Pranav and I will be discussing the economic reforms and decisions that Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao made in order to make India a country that became a $1 trillion economy and which now has the 5th largest GDP in the world, beating the likes of the UK and France. Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao was made PM in very strange circumstances. Following the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, the title of PM was held under immense debate. The Congress Party eventually picked Narasimha Rao as their leader. Since the Congress Party had won the elections before, Narasimha Rao could then lead the minority government. Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao inherited the biggest financial disaster in a very long time when he assumed the role of the Prime Minister. Indian industry at the time was licensed and heavily restricted and regulated through the Indian Development and Regulation Authority Act. This act was designed to encourage economic growth within India without external influence. Following the end of the British rule in India at the time, these laws were thought to demonstrate the financial independence and control on policy that India had. However, when the global economy shifted to encourage financial conjunction between different nations, India found itself at a standstill. This was because the laws heavily restricted foreign trade and the economy in India was dwindling due to the lack of money coming into the country. This was why, when Narasimha Rao was elected as PM, he decided to remove all of those laws and regulations immediately. Why was this a major turning point in India's economic history? It was because it paved the way for foreign investment to take place, therefore bolstering the infrastructure and the size of the different markets. Additionally, the removal of the IDRA Act meant that entrepreneurs within the manufacturing sector didn't have to obtain a license to purchase the equipment, which meant more businesses cropped up, leading to major growth within the industries, more than ever before. Prior to the abolishment of these laws, it looked like India was plunging into a void of financial disarray, but now India looked like a future superpower in the making. In my opinion, what I find outrageously brave is the bold move to appoint Manmohan Singh as the finance minister. Why was this significant? It was because Manmohan Singh had no prior political experience. Even though he had a successful career as an economist, he was much less experienced in applying those skills while overseeing the finances and economics of a whole country. What's more, he gave Singh a free hand to do whatever it took to boost India's faltering economy. Narasimha Rao pushed for many policies in this time. Those were things like the abolishment of the controller of capital, which limited the number of shares one could have on the company. The inauguration of the National Stock Exchange, which went on to become the biggest in the country, and also reduced the import tariffs from 85% to 25%, which significantly boosted foreign trade. This allowed for financial coexistence with global superpowers such as the USA, and the increased trade meant that India established itself as a leader in IT and innovation. This also meant that the economic gap to China, which looked unassailable at the time, became within touching distance. The changes Sri BVNR has made a massive impact to our daily lives. He paved the way for foreign businesses and even Indian businesses to expand abroad. This meant that they often encouraged Indians to travel abroad and work in different countries, which would not have been easy before. His policies also allowed for a better lifestyle for people, as before the laws were removed, the taxes on imported goods were extortionate, which meant that only wealthy people could import goods without emptying their bank accounts, whereas now the average person could enjoy a comfortable lifestyle. Against all odds and under immense pressure and scrutiny, Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao managed to turn around the Indian economy, and his legacy lives on not just as a politician, but also a hardworking and a humble man who possessed great intelligence. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranav, for what was such a comprehensive and precise purview of P.V. Narasimha Rao's great economic contribution. So thank you so much. Just a request for all of the performers to come. Please state your full name and the name of your father as an introduction. And I would like to now introduce Hiranmayi, who will be performing a dance piece composed by herself.
Hi everybody, my name is Hiranmayi and my father's name is Saptagirish. And I'll be performing a dance with a small dance piece that is composed by myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Hiranmai. That was incredible. Your energy and enthusiasm is so infectious. It puts a smile on all of our faces. It was electrifying to have you start these series of artistic performances today. So it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks.
Now I would like to invite Chinmay, who will be performing 2 songs. The first being Rolling in the Deep by Adele. Second, Main Rang Sharbaton Ka by Arjit Singh. Chinmay, good luck.
Hello everybody, thanks for having me here. I'm Chinmay and my father's name is Girish Pudipeddi. And today I'll be singing 2 of my favorite songs. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your ship bare. See how I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hand, and you played it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be told, but I've heard one on you, and I'm gonna make your head burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair. Making a home down there's mine sure won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hand, and you played it to the beat. Could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hand, but you played it with the beating. Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for. Turn my sorrow into treasure gold. Pay me back in kind and reap just what you sow. You're gonna wish you never had me. Could have had it all. We could have had it all. It all, it all, it all. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hand, and you played it to the beat. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep,
भाई कुछ लोग बोलो।
नींदों में दोनों मिले, रात बने रोज यही, मांगो दुआ तेरी मेरी, बात बने बात बने। मैं रंग शरबतों का, तू मीठे घाट का पानी। मैं रंग शरबतों का, तू मीठे घाट का पानी। मुझे खुद में घोल दे तो मेरे यार बात बन जानी। रंग शरबतों का, तू मीठे घाट का पानी। मैं रंग शरबतों का, तू मीठे घाट का पानी। मुझे खुद में घोल दे तो मेरे यार बात बन जानी। रंग शरबतों का, तू मीठे घाट का पानी। मैं रंग शरबतों का, तू मीठे घाट का पानी। मैं तो धीरे से नींदों के धागे से बंधा है ख्वाब को तेरे। मैं ना जहाँ चाहूँ ना आसमां चाहूँ, आ जा ही से मैं तू मेरे। तू डंग चाहतों का, मैं जैसे कोई नादानी। तू डंग चाहतों का, मैं जैसे कोई नादानी। मुझे खुद से जोड़ दे तो मेरे यार बात बन जानी। रंग शरबतों का, तू मीठे घाट का पानी। मैं रंग शरबतों का, मैं मीठे घाट का पानी। तेरे ख्यालों से तेरे ख्यालों तक मेरा तो है आना जाना। मेरा तो जो भी है तू ही का तू ही है, बाकी जहां है बेगाना। तुम एक मुसाफिर हो, मैं कोई राह अनजानी। तुम एक मुसाफिर हो, मैं कोई राह अनजानी। मन चाह मोड़ दे तो मेरी यार बात बन जानी। रंग शरबतों का, तू मीठे घाट का पानी। मैं रंग शरबतों का, तू मीठे घाट का पानी। मुझे खुद में घोल दे तो मेरे यार बात बन जानी। रंग शरबतों का, तू मीठे घाट का पानी।
Thank you, Chinmay. Please, everyone, give her a massive round of applause. That was phenomenal. Thank you for such an electrifying performance. You know, I was looking at everyone here, looking at everyone's faces. Everyone's bobbing their head. They were tapping their feet. You had us all moving. You kept us awake. For all the people in the United States, it's morning. Everyone in India, it's evening. That was a phenomenal performance. And I think what I find most impressive is the selection of songs you had a hardcore pop song, and then you had a Bollywood song. And I think that's a testament to your versatility as an artist, as a performing artist, and your attitude was just infectious. So thank you so much, Chinmay. It was a pleasure to have you.
Very much for having me here.
Now I would like to introduce our next speaker, Shishir, who will be speaking on the topic of literary works of P.V. Narasimha Rao, because as we all know, he was not just a statesman, he was an avid poet, he was a linguist, he was an essayist, and had a vast breadth of literary works and history behind him. So, Shishir, I welcome you to speak on this topic.
Hello, my name is Sisir Kalavala, and my father's name is Ramesh Kalavala. Today I'll be talking about Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao's literary works. P.V. Narasimha Rao wasn't just known for being the Prime Minister, he was also known for his passion for literature. This was demonstrated by the fact that he wrote poetry, fiction, and political commentary. He spoke 17 languages. Some of them were the national languages, which included Telugu, Hindi, and Marathi, and the international languages, which included English, French, Spanish, and German. He particularly had a strong command over languages like Marathi and Sanskrit. For example, Congress leader Jairam Ramesh wrote in a book that P.V. Narasimha Rao had a mastery over Sanskrit, and it was displayed in Parliament during a vote of confidence speech. Having a knack for languages meant that he could translate many scriptures and books into other languages. For example, he translated award-winning books like Veyi Padagalu into Hindi and a Marathi book called Pan Lakshat Kon Geto into Telugu. P.V. Narasimha Rao in Andhra Pradesh is known as an Astavadani, and that is known as a literary genius because of his intellectual and poetry and his mastery over so many languages. P.V. Narasimha Rao published novels and short stories before 1950 under the pen name Vijaya. P.V. Narasimha Rao worked at a magazine called Kakatiya, which was owned by his cousin. He published a book called Golla Ramava in 1949, and the plot of the story is about an old woman who lives with her granddaughter at a time of an uprising against the Nizam rule and the atrocities of the Razakars. A young man supporting the uprising breaks into this old woman's house seeking refuge. The old woman tries everything to keep him safe, even if it tests her courage and patience. His other novel, Mangaya Adurishtam, is a satirical humor on politics, and it is still relevant to the politics of today. His first English novel was called The Insider, and that revolves around a fictional character that goes on to become the Prime Minister. And that book resembles a lot of his own political experience. The book ends with the character's retirement from politics, similar to his own retirement. Other than his writing skills, he's extremely passionate about reading and was an avid reader. He owned more than 10,000 books. With this diverse collection of books, he managed to set up a library under the name of his guru, and the library was called Swami Ramananda Tirtha Memorial Trust. The library still stands in Begumpet, Hyderabad, and it boasts a wide range of literature, and also has books of speeches from leaders like Subhas Chandra Bose, Rajiv Gandhi, and Nehru. He's also a man with many interests. He enjoyed music, cinema, and theatre. He was also honoured with the Pratibha Murthy Lifetime Achievement Award for his contributions towards literature. Finally, P.V. Narasimha Rao's biography, Halfline, was written by Vinay Sitapati, and it gives an understanding of how P.V. Narasimha Rao transformed India and bounced back its economy. This was also translated into Telugu. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Shishir. Please, everyone, give him a round of applause as well. We all found your speech to be, again, very comprehensive, precise, and I love how much research you did and how much details you had specifically on the stories and the narrative of the many literary works you had. So thank you again. Now I would like to invite our next performer, Kashyap Sista, who will be performing the song Tuniga Tuniga from the Telugu movie Manasanthanuve.
My name is Kashyap Sista, and my dad is SVN, and my brother is Rahul Sista. I'll be performing the song Tuniga Tuniga. Tuniga, tuniga, yandaka parigirata vedami navanka. Dudanga puniga, untaka ni venakale rane sayanga. Avanka, ivanka, enterigavi anchanka. Inka na chalinka, oh, intega ni rekka. Yegirina eppatiki na akasam dakka. Tuniga, tuniga, yandaka parigidatave ravi navanka. Dosakru okka chukka pogisi istunaga vadiliyagu sita koka chinukuluga amo magundi chekka nagu nepiste chakka suyunni karistaga chinukuluga సూర్యుడు ఏడి నీతో ఆడి చంటిమమైపోయాడుగా తునిగా తునిగా ఎందాక పరిగెడతావే రావి నావంక. ఆకుంగులు ఎగిరి ఎగిరి సాయంత్రం గూటికి మళ్ళీ తిరిగొచ్చి దారినప్పుడు మర్చిపోవిగా ఓసారటు వైపు వెళుతుంది మళ్ళీ ఇటువైపు వస్తుంది ఈ అలగి సొంతూరేదో గుర్తురాలిలా బండి మా ఊరుంది ఉండిపోయి మాతో పాటుగా తునిగా తునిగా ఎందాక పరిగెడతావే రావే నావంక. దూరంగా పూనిగా ఉంటాక నీ వెనకాలే రానే సాయంగా. ఆ వంక ఈ వంక ఓ ఎందరిగావి ఎంచంక. ఇంకా నా చాలింక ఓ ఇంతేగా నీ లెక్క. ఎగిరినా ఎప్పటికీ నా ఆకాశం దాకా.
Thank you, Kashyap. That was brilliantly sung. We all loved it so much. This is a song that's dear to my heart because my mother used to play it when I was much younger every single evening, and it just brings a jolt of nostalgia back to me and probably many of the people here today. So thank you so much, Kashyap. Now I would like to invite Arshia to perform the song Dance Monkey.
Hi, my name is Arshia and my father's name is Samrat Sen Gupta. And I'll be playing Dance Monkey while singing, and I'll play it on the guitar, and my dad's gonna play it on the keyboard.
Just audio सुन रहा हूँ, ठीक है?
That was wonderful, absolutely phenomenal. And it was so heartwarming to see the father-daughter duo together performing, supporting each other like that. That was amazing, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, yes, now I would like to move on to our next speech, which will be given by P. Mayank. And it will be on the topic of character and personality traits of P.V. Narasimha Rao. Like I said, what did he walk like? What did he talk like? What was his character? And I think this might be the most prudent and practical topic for the next generation of what we can learn, not of his actions, but the way that he perpetrated many of his actions, right? So thank you. And I welcome P. Mayank to speak on this topic.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mayank. My father name is PSV Janardhan Rao. Happy 74th Independence Day. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate in this event. Today, I will be speaking about Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao's personality and character. Pamulaparthi Venkata Narasimha Rao was born on 28 June 1921. He was a very quick learner. He learned 17 languages which include English, Telugu, Hindi, Sanskrit, Arabic, French, Parsi, Urdu, Kannada, Marathi, etc. He was always first in his school, college, and matriculation, and was a favorite student to all his teachers. He learned computer skills at the age of 60 years when Rajiv Gandhi introduced information technology in India. He had excellent interpersonal skills. He was born in rich family, but he always had friends with poor people. He had good friends in his school, college, and politic party colleagues. He loved his country and he was a great freedom fighter. He sang national anthem in 1938 in Usmania University. For this, Nizam's government was not happy. He liked Swami Dayanand Saraswati's opinions. I am studying in Matrasri DIV school in Mayapur, started by Shri Swami Dayanand Saraswati. He participated in Satyagraha movement and Quit India movement at very early age. He was a very great visionary. He led reforms in banking sector. He allowed foreign direct investments in multiple sectors. He initiated power projects in Andhra Pradesh. He never changed his party in his entire political career, and he was a great writer. My friends will discuss this topic in detail. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayank, for what was such a comprehensive overview of not only his character, but all of the other aspects of his personality. So thank you, Mayank, again. Now I would like to move on to our next artistic performance, which will be performed by Nikhil. And he will be performing on the violin and a piece called Viva la Vida, a very popular song by the British rock band Coldplay.
Yep, he's joining. I'm switching the webcam. Can you guys hear us okay?
Yeah, you're perfect.
Okay. Technical difficulties. As usual, let me just start back up again. What happened? The video is not working. Okay, come this side. All right, guys, give me 1 second. We thought of using a different camera for the performance, but it looks like it didn't work. Set up well, okay, but okay.
Okay. My name is Nikhil Turlapati and my dad is Manoj Turlapati. I will be playing Viva la Vida by Coldplay.
Phenomenal, Nikhil. That was amazing. And that is actually one of my favorite songs. And I loved it for its very inspirational and upbeat message. And I think that's very apt for the atmosphere, the performance we had here today. And we were all extremely impressed. That was amazing. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now I would like to introduce our next performer, Naga Pushpika, who will be performing the song Pasidi Uyyala, which is composed by the renowned Padma Shri Dr. Shobha Raju, who we all know, but is Naga Pushpika's guru. So she'll be performing it, Pasidi Uyyala, in the Ragam Shankarabharanam and the Talam Ekatala.
Hello everyone, happy Independence Day, and I'm Naga Pushpika Reddy. My father is Sunil Reddy, and I am here to perform a Carnatic light music piece which is composed by none other than my guru Dr. Shobha Raju. So the first thing that comes into our mind when we say Carnatic is the heavy gamakas and the heavy movement of the head, but this is a light music piece which is also includes a lot of Carnatic style. Pasidi uyyala mayamma mangamma kanula panduve maaku ugavamma pasidi uyyala mayamma mangamma కనుల పండువే మాకు ఊగవమ్మ ఉయ్యాల అమ్మ ఊగవమ్మ ఉయ్యాల అమ్మ ఊగవమ్మ సరిగంచు చీరగట్టి సొమ్ములన్నీ పెట్టి పారాణి పాదాల నేల అలవోక గుట్టి సరిగంచు చీరగట్టి సొమ్ములన్నీ పెట్టి పారాణి పాదాల నేల అలవోక గుట్టి చూపులని శ్రీహరిని అందముగా గట్టి మపగమరి మగ సరి సని గగ మగరి పామగరి గదపమా ఉయ్యాల అమ్మ ఊగవమ్మ నీ సరి సనిద గమప మగపా చూపులని శ్రీహరిని అందముగా గట్టి దయవర్షించే హృదయము మా పైన పెట్టి దయవర్షించే హృదయము మా పైన పెట్టి ఉయ్యాల అమ్మ ఊగవమ్మ ఉయ్యాల అమ్మ ఊగవమ్మ నీ ఊయలలయలోనే నా గానము సాగని సాని రీ మగ ని సరి సని సరి సని సరి సగా ని సరి సని సరి సని సరి సమా ఉయ్యాల అమ్మ ఊగవమ్మ ఉయ్యాల అమ్మ ఊగవమ్మ నీ ఊయలలయలోనే నా గానము సాగని నీ మందగమనాల శ్రీహరియద మ్రోగని నీ ఒడిలో మేమంతా క్షేమంగా దాగని ఆనంద భాష్మాగన పులకింతుము నినుగని నీ ఒడిలో మేమంట క్షేమంగా దాగని ఆనంద భాష్మాల పులకింతుము నినుగని ఉయ్యాల అమ్మా ఊగవమ్మా ఉయ్యాల అమ్మా ఊగవమ్మా ఉయ్యాల అమ్మా ఊగవమ్మా ఉయ్యాల అమ్మా ఊగవమ్మా. Thank you.
That was beautiful, Nagapushpika. That was phenomenal. I'm out of words. Just how serene and relaxed that first of all, your voice is just so soothing.
Oh,
It's like a
thank
river
you
of
so
honey.
much.
It's absolutely beautiful. And the song you've chosen has left us all speechless. And it was soul stirring. So thank you so much for that brilliant performance.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now I would like to invite our next speaker, who will be Nagasai Venkatalakshmi, speaking again on the topic of personality and characteristics of P.V. Narasimha Rao, because we wanted to stress what the youngsters like myself can take from P.V. Narasimha Rao as a person. So this is the sequel to that. Nagasai Venkatalakshmi, I would like to welcome you.
Thank you. Hello everyone. Myself is Nagasai Venkatalakshmi and my father's name is Revan Kumar. So, Pamulaparthi Venkata Narasimha Rao was born 28th June 1921, Narsampet, Warangal, Telangana. He completed his bachelor's degree in college at the Usmania University. He came from a farming background. He was a Neogate Brahmin. He trained himself to be a guerrilla fighter against the barbarism of Nizam of Hyderabad and revolted. The Nizam gave a shoot aside orders to crush this resistance. He was a honest politician. He had a strong opinion against the dynastic politics practiced in Congress. He was a highly regarded statesman, not only amongst his party, but also in the eyes of eminent political figures of the opposition like Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Lal Krishna Advani, etc. He was also known as the Scholar Prime Minister of India. His roots were deep in the spiritual and religious soil of India. APJ Abdul Kalam described Rao as a patriotic statesman who believed that the nation is bigger than the political system. Kalam acknowledged that Rao in fact asked him to get ready for nuclear tests in 1996. Rao was also referred to as Chanakya from his ability to steer economic and political legislation through the parliament at a time when he headed a minority government. He was a versatile thinker with interest in a variety of subjects other than politics, such as literature and computer software, including computer programming. And he also spoke 17 languages. Last but not the least, P.V. Narasimha Rao was my great-grandfather, Shri Vannaram Narasimha Rao, close friend where he helped us a lot. We heartily thank him a lot. Because of this, thank you for this opportunity. Because of this opportunity, I learned many things about this great, wonderful leader, P.V. Narasimha Rao. Thank you.
Thank you, Nagasai Venkatalakshmi, so much. I found your speech very articulate and extremely well presented. So thank you again. Now I would like to invite our next performers, Tavishi and Vidushi, the sister duo, and they will be performing a Carnatic light music piece called Mahishasuramardini.
Hi, I'm Tavishi Banda, and this is my little sister Tavishi Banda. And my dad's name is Raghu Banda, and we're going to be performing a Carnatic song named Mahishasuramardini, and my guru is Vaidehi Suratash.
Thank you, both of you, for such a unique and rare presentation of Mahishasuramardini. That was phenomenal. Thank you so much. Now I would like to welcome our next performer, Swarna Pushpika, who will be performing the song Akasham Lona from the Telugu movie Oh Baby.
Hi, my name is Swarna Pushpika and my father's name is Sunil Reddy. So I'm going to sing the song Oh Baby from, I'm going to sing the song Akasham Lona from the Oh Baby movie. ఆకాశంలోన ఏకాకి మేఘం సోకానిదా వానా నడివీధిలోన చనుబాల కోసం యద చూడకు నానా తన పేగే తన తోడై తన కుంగే నీడై అరచేతి తలరాత ఎవరు చరిపారో ఆనాటి గాయాలే ఈనాడే సాపాలై ఎదురైతే నా కోసం ఏ జోలా పాడాలో నా కన్నా ఒంటరై ఉన్నా ఓడిపోలేదు జంటగా ఉంటే కన్నీరే కళ్ళలో చీకటెంతున్నా వెలుగునే కన్నా బోసి నవ్వుల్లో నా బిడ్డ చంద్రుడే పదే బాధల్లో వడే ఓదార్పు కుశలమడిగే మనిషి లేక ఊపిరుందో లేదో చలికి వనికి తెలుసుకున్న బ్రతికి ఉన్నారే ఆనాటి గాయాలే ఈనాడే సాపాలై ఎదురైతే నా కోసం ఏ జోలా పాడాలో నా కన్నా. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
That was absolutely amazing. You've left us all speechless. I mean, the emotion that you carried in your voice, which is so sweet, so graceful, and it was extremely pleasing to our ears and pleasing to our hearts. Thank you so much for that brilliant performance. Now I would like to introduce our next performer, which will be an instrumental piece on the piano performed by Dash. So welcome, Dash.
Hi, my name is Darsh Shivakula. I'm going to 5th grade. My dad's name is Prakash Shivakula, and I'll be playing 3 songs. Thank you. Can I restart?
Yeah, please do.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was brilliantly performed. The piano is one of my personal favorite instruments, and you played it fabulously. So that was brilliantly performed again, Darsh. Now I would like to invite our next speaker, P. Shashank, who will be speaking on the political abilities of P.V. Narasimha Rao, which is particularly prudent in this context because P.V. Narasimha Rao inherited a political situation in which there was a minority government. So his ability to pass these radical reforms were not only radical in their nature, but radical in their circumstance. Again, being in a minority government and being able to pass these legislations in such a difficult environment is nothing short of incredible. So how did he do this? So P. Shashank will elaborate on this topic.
Good evening. I'm Shashank. I'm son of Janardhan. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I would be speaking about P.V. Narasimha Rao's political abilities. Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao started his political career as Education Minister in Andhra Pradesh and started revolutionary measures like making Telugu language as medium till degree, common entrance for 10th standard. As Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, he made lot of land reforms and donated 790 acres out of 1000 acres which he was received from his ancestors. He served as Central Minister, handling various portfolios like External Affairs Minister, Home Minister, Defense Minister, HRD Minister, etc. Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao was an Indian lawyer and politician who served as 9th Prime Minister of India between 1991 and 1996. He was the first Indian Prime Minister outside Nehru-Gandhi dynasty to last a full term of 5 years. He led economic transformation, which will be covered in detail by my friends. He was personally responsible for dismantling of license Raj. By appointing Manmohan Singh as finance minister, both of them launched India's globalization angle of the reforms that implemented international monetary fund policies to secure India from economic crisis. He led a decisive period in India's move from social style economy to greater privatization engineered by him and Dr. Manmohan Singh. He opened economy and dismantled import controls, lowered custom duties, etc. It was felt like a second independence. Thank you.
Thank you, Shashank, for what was a very informative speech, and it was very detailed and very well researched. So thank you. Now we have something interesting. Now, what we've seen so far is a wide array of artistic performances. We've had pop songs, rock songs, we've had Bollywood songs, we have Carnatic classical. But what we often don't hear is of the varieties that are not in the mainstream of what we consider Indian music. And what we have now is a folk song from Karnataka, a Karnataka Janapada Gite, which will be performed by Nagasai Venkatlakshmi. So welcome, Nagasai Venkatlakshmi.
Thank you so much. The song which I'm singing now is a Karnataka Janapada Gite called Mallige Hoovu, and it's about a devotee who sings and praises Lord Shiva and tells she always be the devotee of Lord Shiva. ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೂವಾಗಿ ಚಲ್ಲೀತು ನಿನ್ನ ಪರಿಷೆ ಚೆಲ್ಲಾಟಗಾರ ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ಓಹೋ ಚೆಲ್ಲಾಟಗಾರ ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ನಿನ ಪರಿಷೆ ಕಲ್ಲೆತ್ತಿನ ಕಣಿವೆ ಇಳಿದಾವು ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೂವಾಗಿ ಹೂವಾಗಿ ಚೆಲ್ಲೀತು ನಿನ್ನ ಪರಿಷೆ ಚಲ್ಲಾಟಗಾರ ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ಓಹೋ ಚಲ್ಲಾಟಗಾರ ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ನಿನ ಪರಿಷೆ ಕಲ್ಲೆತ್ತಿನ ಕಣಿವೆ ಇಳಿದಾವು ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ಬರುವಾಗ ಮಾಳೆಲ್ಲ ಗಮ್ಮೆಂದು ಮಾಳ್ಯದೊಳೆ ಗರಿಕೆ ಚಿಗುರ್ಯಾವು ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ಬರುವಾಗ ಮಾಳೆಲ್ಲ ಗಮ್ಮೆಂದು ಮಾಳ್ಯದೊಳೆ ಗರಿಕೆ ಚಿಗುರ್ಯಾವು ಮಾಳ್ಯದಳೆ ಗರಿಕೆ ಚಿಗುರ್ಯಾವು ಮಾದೇವ ಮೂಡ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆಯು ಸುರಿದಾವು ಓಹೋ ಮೂಡ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆಯು ಸುರಿದಾವು ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೂವಾಗಿ ಚೆಲ್ಲೀತು ನಿನ ಪರಿಷೆ ಚಲ್ಲಾಟಗಾರ ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ಓಹೋ ಚಲ್ಲಾಟಗಾರ ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ನಿನ ಪರಿಷೆ ಕಲ್ಲೆತ್ತಿನ ಕಣಿವೆ ಇಳಿದಾವು ದುಂಡು ಕಲ್ಲಿನ ಮ್ಯಾಲೆ ಗಂಡುಲಿಯ ಕುಂಡಿರಿಸಿ ಕೊಂಡೆಯ ಕೌದಿ ಬಿಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ದುಂಡು ಕಲ್ಲಿನ ಮ್ಯಾಲೆ ಗಂಡುಲಿಯ ಕುಂಡಿರಿಸಿ ಕೊಂಡೆಯ ಕೌದಿ ಬಿಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಂಡೆಯ ಕೌದಿ ಬಿಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾದೇವ ಗಂಡುಲಿಯ ಮ್ಯಾಲೆ ಮೆರೆದಾನು ಓಹೋ ಗಂಡುಲಿಯ ಮ್ಯಾಲೆ ಮೆರೆದಾನು ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೂವಾಗಿ ಚೆಲ್ಲೀತು ನಿನ ಪರಿಷೆ ಚಲ್ಲಾಟಗಾರ ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ಓಹೋ ಚಲ್ಲಾಟಗಾರ ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ನಿನ ಪರಿಷೆ ಕಲ್ಲೆತ್ತಿನ ಕಣಿವೆ ಇಳಿದಾವು ಹೊತ್ತು ಮುಳುಗಿದರೇನು ಕತ್ತಾಲಾದರೆ ಏನು ಅಪ್ಪ ನಿನ ಗುಡಿಗೆ ಬರುವೇನು ಹೊತ್ತು ಮುಳುಗಿದರೇನು ಕತ್ತಾಲಾದರೆ ಏನು ಅಪ್ಪ ನಿನ ಗುಡಿಗೆ ಬರುವೇನು ಅಪ್ಪ ನಿನ ಗುಡಿಗೆ ಬರುವೇನು ಮಾದೇವ ಮುತ್ತಿನ ಬಾಗಿಲ ತೆರೆದಿಡು ಓಹೋ ಮುತ್ತಿನ ಬಾಗಿಲ ತೆರೆದಿಡು ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೂವಾಗಿ ಚೆಲ್ಲೀತು ನಿನ ಪರಿಷೆ ಚಲ್ಲಾಟಗಾರ ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ಓಹೋ ಚಲ್ಲಾಟಗಾರ ಮಾದಪ್ಪ ನಿನ ಪರಿಷೆ ಕಲ್ಲೆತ್ತಿನ ಕಣಿವೆ ಇಳಿದಾವು ಕಲ್ಲೆತ್ತಿನ ಕಣಿವೆ ಇಳಿದಾವು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್
Absolutely breathtaking, Nagasai Venkatalakshmi. That was amazing. And I think it's been many years personally, and for a lot of us, that we have actually heard a folk song in the mainstream, right? And we are starting to lose these art forms that are so beautiful, that are gems of their own. But today you have given us the unique opportunity to delve into what is such a rich cultural heritage we have as Indians. And it is a reminder of the power that we have as a nation and what we have created and what we are able to take forward to the next generation. So thank you again for giving us a powerful reminder. Now I would like to introduce our next performer, Naga Pushpika, who we've seen before sing, and now she will be coming with the violin and performing a Western classical piece.
Hello everyone. I'm going to play a piece called La Rejousance by G.F. Handel. It was taught to me by our teacher, Mr. Michael Rupamakkal.
Thank you, Nagapushpika. I'm actually astounded at the ease which you're able to handle both Carnatic singing, Western classical, violin. You seem to have such a versatile set of musical talents. It's amazing. And it's
Thank you
a
so much.
testament to your dedication as an artist. And I love it. And we all love it. So thank you again. Now, the next performer will be Swarna Pushpika, we saw her singing Akasham Lona, and now we're going to see her play the violin, again, a Western classical piece.
Hi, so I'm gonna play the piece of Shikulen de Bashin, and the lyrics was written by Horacio Ferrer, and music was done by Astor Piazzolla. So now. Thank you.
Absolutely phenomenal. Again, Swarna Pushpika. Same for you. The ease at which you're able to handle two completely different art forms it really showcases your versatility and dedication as an artist and to the art form. So it is truly humbling to see that. Thank you so much. And now I would like to introduce our last speaker for the day, Krishiv, who will be speaking on the legacy of P.V. Narasimha Rao and his effect on us. So far, we've talked of the historical significance of P.V. Narasimha Rao and the historical context in which he operated and how he brought upon those reforms in that context. But how does he affect us, right? As my generation, how does he affect us? How do his reforms change our lives to come? And that will be the topic on which Krishiv will now give his discourse. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rahul. Thank you very much for everybody for being here. Good afternoon, good evening to everybody. And so I'll be going in depth with P.V. Narasimha Rao's legacy. So to start off with, people will ask, what was his legacy? Now, he was the Prime Minister and Chief Minister of India, and he piloted a paradigm shift in both economic and foreign policy in a time of crisis. He bravely eased diplomatic relations with multiple conflicting countries at a time when India was fighting a raging pandemic and struggling to finance its own essential imports. P.V. Narasimha Rao brought the country back to its feet with his new finance policies, as mentioned before. What can we learn from him? Now, his unobtrusive oversight of the most fundamental institutional reforms is a lesson for those in government today, meaning people, even in government, look up to him as in ways they've never done before. Now, we can also learn determination. He fought to strengthen the country despite hardships that he faced, personally with his own cabinet. Nobody took him seriously at first. The government always ridiculed him, yet he never gave up and fought for India. That's one main thing we can learn from him. Now, his birth anniversary comes as an opportune reminder of what misunderstood and scholarly understatement can achieve. Now, what are we grateful for? We're grateful for many things that he has done. Now, especially for our generation, his foreign policies, his determination to bring India back to its own feet, creating peaceful relations with other countries, especially China, leading the country at a delicate and difficult time. Now, this was very important because us Indians, we were struggling as a country. As stated before, we were in debt. We were almost on the verge of filing for bankruptcy. And now he participated in the freedom movement when he was a teenager. We're also grateful for that. And we're grateful for standing for his core values to build the nation as an important statesman. Now, we're also grateful, especially when the Nizam of Hyderabad was there, raising his voice against injustice. Another thing. Now, to conclude my speech, how can we uphold his legacy? We can do many things. We remember P.V. Narasimha Rao as an astute political leader who knew 13 foreign languages. He also embodied many Indian cultural values. He was a devout scholar with a vast knowledge of literature and science. P.V. Narasimha Rao has never hesitated to bring laterals with experience and respected domains such as finance, economy, law, technology, and science into the cabinet of government of India. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishiv. I think that wrapped it up perfectly. I think you set the tone for the event and encompassed how we, as the next generation, can uphold and take forward his legacy. And that is the finale of all the events. Now, I just wanted to thank everyone, all the participants. And on this Independence Day, what I found really profound is when we had all these artists come forward to perform, we didn't only have, a very narrow set of genres. We had Carnatic music, we had pop music, rock music, instrumental music, folk music, and that is India. That is our nation. That is the embodiment of our culture, because we've never been restricted to one narrow pathway. We've always said our motto is what? Unity in diversity. And that diversity has never been as strong showed as in today's event. We've had people of all different ages, all different countries come together to celebrate the cultural heritage of the great man, Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao, and the cultural heritage of the great country that he led to where we are today. And I just wanted to finish with a small anecdote of Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao that I think we can all take from. And it goes back to when he was serving under Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, and they were all in a room. His cabinet was in a room and there was a meeting. And Rajiv Gandhi was talking to his cabinet members and saying he wanted to lower the import tariffs on imported computer peripherals. But he was complaining that the elder members of the cabinet will not understand. They don't care. They don't know what a computer is and they don't know the significance. And Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao was sitting in the corner and he was listening. And right after the meeting, he called up his family and his relatives, and he said, what is a computer? Like, what is a computer peripheral? How does this work? And he went immediately to the library, took a huge stack of books, went home, read up all about computer hardware, software, and he bought a bunch of books. And over the next few months, he learned 3 computer programming languages. And this was all at the age of 65, right? 65 at a time we would all expect a man to be bedridden. And at that time, he had the zeal, the courage, and the insatiable curiosity to push forward his bounds and adapt to a way of thinking that you would just not expect a man of any age, especially the age of 65. And that is the spirit of P.V. Narasimha Rao. He was always growing, always learning, always developing, and had such an acute mind and almost a childlike curiosity to improve himself. That adaptability, that zeal and zest for growth and development is what made him such a unique man. And he embodies the spirit of the nation of India. We are also a nation of adaptability. We have never been stagnant in our history. We've always been evolving, always been changing. We've had thousands of invaders come in, but unlike any other country, instead of being changed by that country, we've assimilated their culture, assimilated what they've brought to us. And India has always been India. It has been evolving, but the spirit of our nation has been intact, and that cannot be better embodied by the man Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao. And as a finale, I would like to surprise you all with a performance of my own. I would like to perform the song Vedam Anumanavadam from Sagar Sangamam, which I think will be an apt finale to our event. Gamagasa, gamagasa, magasa, magasa, gasa, gasa, esa, ni damaga, damaga, maga, sari sane, gamagane, gama gama dama dani dani sani. Vedam, Vedam, Anumanunanadam. Vedam, Anumanunanadam. Na pancha pranara natya vinodam. Nalore geleno hamsanandi ragale. Vedam, Anumanunanadam. Sagara Sangamame Okayogam Nirizani Damaga Gadamaga Dizani Nirizani Damaga Madani Sari Sagari Magadamaga Madani Sani Dani Madagama Tigasa Sagara Sangamame Okayogam Share Jaladhole Chiramulaye Amadhanam Oka Amrita Geetam Jeevitame Chiranardanamaye Padamulutame Pedavulukaga Padamulutame Pedavulukaga Kundiyale Andiyale Mroga Vedam Anumanunanadam. Matridevo Bhava Pitridevo Bhava Acharya Devo Bhava Acharya देवो भव अतिथि देवो भव अतिथि देवो भव यदुराय गुरुवैन दैवं यदलाय मञ्जीरनादं गुरुताय कदुरैन नाट्यं गुरुदक्षिणै पोय जीवं नटराजपादानतलवाञ्छना नयनाभिषेकानतरिञ्चना नटराजपादानतलवाञ्छना नयनाभिषेकानतरिञ्चना सुगममो रसमया सुगममु रसमय निरतमु भरतमु गाना वेदम् अणुवणुरनादम् पञ्च प्राणाल नाट्य विनोदम् रे गेलेन्नो हंसानन्दी रागाले वेदम् वेदम्
जयन्ति ते सुकृतनो रससिद्धा कवीश्वरा नास्ति तेषां यशः काये जरामरणजं भयं नास्ति जरामरणजं भयं नास्ति जरामरणजं भयम्.
Thank you, everyone. This has been a pleasure being your host, and happy Independence Day to you all.
That was awesome.
Great job.
Super, Rahul. Super. Excellent performance.
And oh my God, this has been really 2 hours, and I can't believe it has been 2 hours since we've all joined together. So, a very happy Independence to everyone present here. I must say that was a really wonderful time for all of us, and probably the best way we could celebrate the legacy of Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao Garu. I must thank the organizers for coming up with such a wonderful idea for the reunion of the KITS90 batch. A special shout out to the two hosts for involving us all in this evening, in this beautiful occasion. A special thanks to our chief guests for gracing this occasion. Not to forget all the artists and the speakers who have participated in this event only to make this event more colorful and more beautiful. Last but not the least, the wonderful audience for all that you have been. You all have been a wonderful encouragement to all the upcoming stars of tomorrow. I'm sure I'll remember this event all my life, seeing all kinds of arts and speeches from all over the world being performed at a beautiful occasion on one stage. I don't think this year was unfortunate at all. After being a part of this event on a national day is everything one would need to make the year memorable. These wouldn't be a better time and opportunity to get our families together. This was a wonderful event indeed. Thank you so much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we know our beloved singer S.P. Balasubramaniam is in a critical state. I take this opportunity to commemorate one song to him as a tribute. I request Fani and Jana to join me in the chorus along with Samrat for this song. Samrat, please.
Okay, I think best suited for this song is Janardhan. You should sing the song of S.P. Balasubramaniam. We should all wish him a speedy recovery. And we all know one of his famous Hindi songs called Sach Mere Yaar Hai from the movie Sagar. Okay? So this is the scale. Jana, we should start with the scale. Sach Mere Yaar Hai Baki Bekar Jiske badle mein koi तो प्यार दे बाकी बेकार है यार मेरे यार मेरे सच मेरे यार है जना
go ahead
यार है जिसके बदले में कोई तो प्यार दे बाकी बेकार है यार मेरे guys. Wish SP a very speedy recovery. We need it.
Thank you very much. Over to Jana.
Great job, guys. Everyone.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for your wonderful performances and wonderful presence and making this a very big event. I would like to offer the vote of thanks on behalf of the entire KITS90 alumni. We would like to sincerely first thank our chief guest for the evening, Janab Nawab Mir Nasir Ali Khan Saab, and our guest of honor, Shri Shailendra Pakalaji. We would like to thank and wish Mr. Rahul Sista a wonderful career ahead, and for bringing up this wonderful idea to organize a program to remember the great personality of Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao Garu during his centenary celebrations. We would like to thank all the kids for the wonderful enthusiasm for participating in this event very actively and showing their skills of research, presentation, singing, playing musical instruments, and dance. We would like to thank all the parents of the participating kids for encouraging the idea and encouraging their kids to participate in this event. And we would like to thank everyone who have been part of our meticulous planning for this event over the last 4 to 6 weeks. And lastly, to all the KITS90 members and their families for joining this evening and encouraging the kids and encouraging this program. Till we meet again in the next edition of a program. Thank you all and good night. Thank you.
May I request everyone to switch on their video camera. We want to take a quick snapshot.
I'd like to thank for inviting me, and I was very impressed with the kids, playing various songs and all that, and most impressed. And I'm very happy that they played in the national language. They played in their mother tongue. It's very important that we teach our children to sing and in the mother tongue, our national language. We should all encourage our children. That was the most impressive part. I was so happy to hear the kids and the enthusiasm, and it was a great program. But that was the best part. Singing in the mother tongue and national language. That was the most impressive part for me. Please keep up the good work and wish you all the very best. And please participate the best you can, to do best you can for the centenary celebration. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Sridhar, can we sign off?
Yeah. So, Niranjan, can we sign off?
Well, you want to add anything, sir?
Niranjan, did you take the photos that you wanted to take? Are we good?
Hey, Madhu, everybody.
Raghu, just give me a second. I'm calling him.
And, I loved it. As Nasir Ali Khan Bhai said, it's all, it's good to see everyone, performing in their native language. And also, those were some of the songs that are like little older and they're very sung. Rahul, especially the Swati, what is this? Kamala Hassan's song, Vedam. It's awesome. It was really, I commented on it too. Thank you. Have a happy Independence Day, and look forward to attending more such events.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
I think we are good to go.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Have a good day.
And a happy Independence
Thank
Day.
you.
Bye. Wish you all the best.
Raghu,
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Santosh. Did you take
Thank you, Mirwai.
Thank
you, Sunil Reddy Garu.
A good show, guys.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's very less rehearsal, very short time, boss.
సునీల్ చాలా బాగా పిల్లలు బాగా చేశారు అందరూ.
రఘు ఐ వాజ్ ఆన్ మ్యూట్.
Thank you.
రఘు మీరు తీసుకోండి, మీరు ఫోటో మీరు తీయండి. నా దాంట్లో
Sunil Reddy, I can't believe.
Oh, I think, guys.
I really enjoyed.
Raghu, can you turn off the live?
Yes, we turned off. How do I do that, Niranjan?